Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is AS and welcome to my YouTube channel. The Star Wars franchise is arguably the greatest science fiction IP of all time. The exceptional world building, lovable heroes and villains, and the exciting use of the Force and lightsabers are recognizable by both die-hard fans of the series, as well as people who have heard about Star Wars in passing. As a result, we have had movies, TV shows, books, and of course, video games. There are titles that are geared towards veteran gamers like Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Thankfully, there is also a handful of games that cater to all ages and nicely introduce them to different parts of the lore. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is an exemplary option for people who are interested in Star Wars but do not know where to start. Outside of the connection to the IP, it is a wonderful game in its own right, and as of the recording of this video, it is my current game of the year. Why is that the case? Time to find out. Without further ado, let's review LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which I played on the PlayStation 5. Story. Although the lore of Star Wars has many layers, the general narrative at its core is rather straightforward. It is good versus evil, Jedi versus Sith, light versus darkness. You have heard about this concept countless times in the past, and you'll be incredibly familiar with it if you have previously watched the films. Generally speaking, the story in LEGO Star Wars is a hit or miss. You have the exceptional writing in episodes 4, 5, and 7. You have the average storytelling in episodes 3, 6, and 8. You have the abhorrent plots of episodes 1, 2, and 9. Thankfully, the worst situations are alleviated by implementing humor, per the expectations from a LEGO game. What is not par for the course, however, is the inclusion of voiceovers, which are first for a LEGO title and a feature that will be discussed shortly. All in all, the set of narratives nicely highlights the quintessential moments of each movie and could be used as a way to get caught up with the first 9 movies in the famous franchise. Visuals and audio design. In terms of presentation, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is utter perfection. The animations, both during gameplay and cutscenes, are exceptional. The lighting in particular is impressive. The character designs are nice. The level layouts are cool, and they provide nice incentives for gamers who explore the environments beyond beelining to the main missions. They can be intimidating to newcomers because of the number of collectibles, but there's always an indicator on the map that will guide you to the next primary quest in case you want to continue with the story. As far as the audio is concerned, the expected quality of a Star Wars soundtrack and sound effects are at full display. As I mentioned earlier, there are also voiceovers, all of which are very similar to their original counterparts, for better or worse. Palpatine showcases a sense of power, while Jar Jar Binks is as annoying as anyone could ever be. The Skywalker Saga's presentation sets the bar for future LEGO games. I hope that past titles that covered films like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and The Hobbit will follow suit. Gameplay. Have you ever played a LEGO video game? If so, you know what to expect for the most part. You play as various characters from the franchise, as you attack enemies, collect various items, and solve puzzles. Needless to say, there are several improvements that put LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga above its competition, outside of the aforementioned voice acting. First, the combat system maintains its simplicity, while also adding a cool combo mechanic that is reminiscent of titles such as Devil May Cry. You can hit your enemies a few times, juggle them, and then use character-specific powers to finish them off. It is no Bayonetta or Metal Gear Rising Revengeance in terms of the action, but it is much more engaging than previous LEGO titles. Secondly, there are side missions that could give anyone the impression that the title is a role-playing video game. The reasons behind the quests are as mundane as they come, but they are nice attractions to distract you from the main goal. They also include space-based challenges, where you must fly via spaceship to complete a number of objectives. Do you remember when I said that the level design may be discouraging for new players? Well, I promise you that this added content will not help their case. As for me, I did not mind it. Lastly, there are boss battles. Other LEGO games have had bosses in the past, but the combination of boss battles and the combat system makes them the best part of the gameplay. If you need proof, watch some gameplay footage of the final fight from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It will be all the evidence that you will need to come to the same conclusion. I will add one more detail before we conclude with the game's gameplay. Once you beat a level, you will unlock the free play version of the same stage. It is here when you can choose your characters and re-experience the different areas. Do you want to play Episode 5 as Rey and Kylo Ren? You got it. Do you want to play Episode 2 as Count Dooku and General Grievous? Go for it. The team-ups only add to the enjoyment that I had with the game, and it pushed me to spend more time with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga's gameplay long after the credits rolled for me. Fun factor: whether you play by yourself or with others through couch co-op, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is an absolute blast. Do not expect any sort of challenge unless you are a perfectionist. With that being said, the number of characters, the simple control scheme, and the hilarious sense of humor will keep you invested for a very long time. I mean, where else can you experience a fight between the Emperor and R2-D2? Impressions on PlayStation trophies. It will not impact the score by any stretch of the imagination, but the requirement to earn the Platinum Trophy in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is the title's biggest annoyance. There aren't any hard trophies per se. Unfortunately, the challenge comes from the tedious nature of the conditions. I will give you a couple of examples. On one hand, there is a trophy called You May Fire When Ready, which asks you to collect 1,000 Kyber bricks. There are a total of 1,166 bricks in the game, and you get some from completing missions and their challenges, as well as other tasks. The sheer number of this specific collectible should make you pause. On the other hand, there is a trophy called Only One Business in the Galaxy, which asks you to collect 10 billion studs. Let me clarify it for you. I'm not talking about 1 million studs, which would be ridiculous. I'm talking about 10 billion studs. The amount of time that will take you to gain access to this trophy is perhaps why PSNprofiles.com suggests it will take you an upward of 100 hours to earn the Platinum Trophy in this game. Since I'm giving my impressions on trophies and achievements in most of my reviews, I wanted to air out my grievances with the list on hand. Again, it will not impact the title score. Take my thoughts in this segment of the review as an FYI. When should you pick it up? LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is 100% worth the full price tag. The amount of content on deck here puts every other LEGO game to shame, and quite frankly, it does the same with most AAA games that are being released at the moment. Although my recommendation is rather obvious, there's a catch. If you do not have any remote interest in the LEGO Star Wars IP, I would strongly suggest that you skip this game. This title is a love letter to fans and the folks who are intrigued with exposing themselves to the series for the first time in their lives. If you do not fall under either group, your money and time will be better spent elsewhere. In the end, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is a special game for me. It plays into the nostalgia that I have from playing the original LEGO Star Wars game back in 2005, but it also improves on it in every conceivable way. The semi-open worlds are appreciated. The boss fights are spectacular, albeit easy. The voiceovers are wonderful. The visuals are gorgeous. Sifu was my game of the year because it was challenging yet fun and rewarding. While this opinion may change as we near the end of 2022, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is my current game of the year because it's fun. However, it is a different kind of fun. It is the type of enjoyment you get when you come home from a long day at work, put your feet up, and partake in an experience that makes you realize a valuable lesson as a gamer. Despite any hardships that are hurled your way, there will always be that one video game that will put a smile on your face and make you forget about your worries. Today's highlighted video game definitely has that effect on me. I will give LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga from 2022 a 10 out of 10. Well folks, that's the end of the video. Thank you very much for checking it out. What are your thoughts on LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga? Did you like it? Why or why not? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Till next time, have a great day or evening wherever you are. My name is AES, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.